Hey, good morning, guys. Here we are going up, heading for the hills again. We got the razor loaded up. Have another tree stand that I've got to finish setting. I have the frame already on the tree, but I've got to set the seat and all the straps and whatnot on it. And then we're going to move some cameras around. So that way we have, this will be our second location that will be ready to roll. So we'll have plan A and plan B if needed. But okay. Already running a little late, better get up on the mountain, but see you guys here in a few. We made it, top of the mountain, so got a little bit of a hike that I want to get to the top of a knob so I can do a little bit of scouting, see if I can't turn up some elk or deer at first light. So hopefully the next footage you see is of a big bull elk through the phone scope, so wish me luck. That seems to be the best bull I've seen with this herd. There's a total of, I think I counted 42 elk in this herd, and then those 4 satellite bulls on top of that, so close to 50. Decent looking bull. I doubt he'll last long though. Little rag bulls. Looks like he just recently trimmed all the velvet off of his horns. Happy to say that we found us some elk anyways, so got some pretty good phone scope footage of what was there. A pretty good size herd that we found. Not a tremendous amount of big bulls yet, but we do have some bulls, and hopefully it's just a matter of time before the big boys show up and kick these little guys out of the way so they can get to their cows. So okay, we're in a different area now. We are going to hike in a couple miles, set this tree stand up, pull a camera that we have on this area, and basically put a different camera on it and then relocate this other camera. So I also brought a ground blind with me that I plan on setting up today. So we'll get that set in place, and besides that, yeah, just cover some ground, do a little bit of scouting, and get a game plan together. Like I said, this will be plan B if plan A fails, so see what happens. Okay, well, when we get to the tree stand, I'll see you guys there. Okay, making our way up to this tree stand. I'm gonna time myself, see how long it takes me. That way I know exactly what time I need to leave camp to get here and get to this tree stand before first light. So, okay, we'll see you at the stand. Almost there. Tree stand location is just another 50 yards down here. So looking at my Onyx maps, I'm making just under a half hour worth of time, but kind of humping it. I don't know that I would have went this fast with the bow on my pack and all my hunting gear. So give myself at least 45 minutes before light to get here, get set up. But show you guys this tree stand location right quick. So this is the second Viper summit that I have set up that I spoke about in my previous video. So, and then I don't know if you can see it that well from here, but there's a little wallow. I don't know if you heard or seen that, but that scared the bejesus out of me. Grouse in the tree. Dang birds. But there's a wallow just right down here. It's only about a 20-yard shot, but it's almost straight up and down. I know it's hard to tell angles on these videos, but pretty straight up and down shot. But it's proven successful in the past, so we'll go ahead and set this stand up all the way and get everything in place. Okay, so this stand is identical to the last one I just filmed in setting it up. Basically what I do with this is I just leave this metal frame up throughout the winter months. That way I don't have to pack it in and out. It's just kind of a fixed stand, but I'll take the seat and all the cloth off of the tree stand and take it back out for the winter, just so it doesn't rot in the snow and the sun and whatnot. But been pretty fortunate. Nobody's messed with it yet, so thankful for that. My brother and I both have been very fortunate as far as trail cams go. People have been pretty honest in not stealing them. We've had quite a few pictures of people checking them out and whatnot, and they've left them be, so we appreciate that. Honest sportsmen. The only incident that we did have was with my brother's tree stand. I don't know what the purpose of it was, but somebody ripped the tree stand down. It looked like and we actually know who it was. We got pictures of them on trail camera, but we're not the type to put them on blast. So, but we do know who it is. It's another local sportsman, which is pretty disappointing that they would do such a thing, but it is what it is. Hopefully they don't continue down that path, because the next people probably won't be so nice, and social media goes a long ways, and that can create a pretty bad reputation for one mishap. But anyways, the individual decided to tear it off the tree, and it looked like they tried to pack it out a ways, and I don't know if they got tired and gave up or what, but we actually found it probably 300-400 yards down from where they took it. So yeah, I don't know if they're just upset because we had a tree stand set up there or what. It's on public ground. But anyways, we've been really fortunate as far as trail cameras go. Nobody has messed with this stand, so hopefully, cross our fingers, we can continue down that path. But okay, so this will be easy. Everything's already set up. I've just got to put the seat and the armrests and the saddlebags in place. Should be a 10-minute job. But I did want to show you guys this pine tree. This is the one I was telling you about that my oldest son, Braden, and I came up a few years ago and trimmed this thing up. This thing, pretty big in diameter. I'm actually on the very last knot on this steel cable. It barely is big enough for this diameter of tree, and as you can see, it's angled up pretty, probably 10-15 degrees from level. So you can't get much wider than this type of a pine tree with these stands, but it works perfectly for this. I got lucky, but it was a tremendous amount of work. I had to haul a chainsaw up here and cut all these limbs off in order to get these cables around it and shimmy up this thing. But yeah, it's a good spot. Get some game coming through here pretty frequently. So we will swap cameras out and see what we get. Okay. There we have it, all set up. That didn't take long at all. all the work's trimming trees and getting the frame set in place, and after that it's a pretty piece of cake. But we are sitting on the tree stand. Like the last video I kind of showed you, I actually really feel most comfortable sitting on this upper handrail. So I have this tree stand positioned where I'm right-handed, where I can just simply lean over and shoot down towards that wallow. So I'll hold my bow out like this over the upper handrail, get my cams and string over, and that is the planned shot. Although I have had elk come in up above me here too, if you can see that. Yeah, right up in that little clearing up there. And if that's the case, then I can simply stand up, flip around, and I've actually sat down and taken shots into that clearing as well. And I can get my cams and string over this handrail here. So it's worked well. I'm happy to see that there's a little bit of water coming out through this wallow. A lot of our wallows in other areas have been bone dry, so So I'm glad to see that this one's still producing. That's a good sign. It's pretty limited finding wallows with water coming out of it this year where it's been so dang dry. So I think this will be another good spot. But we got that camera swapped out, new one put in place, and everything's looking good. I'll have to attach a sample trail camera picture, show you guys. But oh, this time last year, I remember I was just about finished with my first 75 hard. In fact, I think it was first week of September, so I had to go a couple days into the season to finish it off. But anyways, I thought I was in pretty good shape last year, mountain shape anyways. And I remember doing this hike and having to stop a couple times for a break. And my legs must be a little more built this year, because that didn't really seem to faze me too much. Yeah, I was beat up with sweat, but my legs weren't tired and I didn't have to take any breaks. So it's good to know that we've gained some ground, all the work that we put in. Okay, we're just dipping back over the mountain, heading towards the Razor now. Then we're gonna go to a totally different location and do the same thing. I've got a camera that I'm going to pull and put this camera up in place. So we'll see you guys here in a bit. Okay, we got the ground blind set up. Leveled the ground out a little bit. Got a nice cozy chair in here. We're sitting pretty fat. I don't know if you guys remember the movie Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. Specifically the scene where Jim Carrey is stuck in a rhino suit. That is exactly how I feel right now in this ground blind. There's not much ventilation. I've got everything kind of closed up, and that's how I wanna hunt it. So, but by doing that, there's really no airflow, and it's just holding the heat. That sun is beaming on here. So, yep, it's a sauna. The things that us guys will do to go hunting and sit in the stinking blind of a sauna all day long in hopes for an elk or a deer to travel through. It's worth it in the end, I promise, or at least I keep telling myself that. But I'll give you guys a little peek at what I'm up against here. So we've got another wallow and basically a 25-yard shot or so. Basically hoping that an elk on a hot day will decide to come strolling through here and want to take a mud bath. So it's about I think it's about 23 to 25-yard shot. So pretty easy chip shot. Things just have to align just right. So okay, we've got options. We're set up now. So all right, guys, wish me luck this season. I might see you one more time. I've got one more camera to set up. So all right, I hope you're in a nice air-conditioned area for my sake, because where I'm at, it is hot and I'm sweating like a pig. So hope you're more comfortable than I am. All right, see you guys in a bit. I think it's safe to say the herd has definitely been through here. This game trail is just straight powder. That's a good sign.